Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 19 of our Dark Souls Remastered playthrough. Today, we are starting the DLC. So, in this episode, we're going to tackle Ulasil Sanctuary, which is really just the boss, as well as the Royal Wood. And I know that's like two areas, but I mean, this first area is just one singular boss. So we're not gonna spend too much time here. But, well, unless I get my butt kicked. But then we're gonna handle the Royal Wood after that. And then I think it'll be Ulasil Township and then the Abyss, I think so. That'll what help us fill out episodes 20, 21, and I think 22 for the final here. Are we gonna finish it at 22 episode run? I don't know. Anyway, let's get started. So, yeah, let's go ahead and handle this first boss. Not too tough. The toughest thing about it is cutting off its tail, which I will attempt to do. I will cut out any failed attempts. Or I might not, who knows? We'll see. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So like only a handful of its attacks actually make it drop its tail to like a cuttable height. I don't really care that much about damage because it's the only thing here. If I die, you know, whatever. Like, okay, I died, whatever. I'm like right at the door. Really, this is a boss that I could like literally slaughter in my sleep, but for the sake of showing you the tail item, I'm not going to. So yeah, I'm gonna try to bait out the attack, like the handful of attacks that let me get a good go at the tail. This one. Ah, darn. I should have gone for a running attack. So that's one of the attacks. There we go. Alright, you're dead. You know, sometimes life's just had a funny way of working itself out. Get it? Where's my evil eye ring? There it is. Well, that was fun. So now let's actually get on with the rest of the video. Ulasil Sanctuary. One second as I cut out, actually, am I gonna cut it out? We're gonna take a small detour from, Ulasil, and then we'll come back.
Come again, for I too. Who are you? Stay clear of my work, curses upon you. How dare you disturb me?
to get that dialogue, you know that his quest line is on track to the finale. All right, and we're back. So, in Seat's original boss room, after you've bought up all of Logan's things, killed Seath, and gotten that dialogue where he's very irritable at you when you can't get into his menus anymore, he will move to, as I said, Seath's original boss room. So we've got to put down the old chap, I'm afraid. Now, fun fact, the developers weren't sure that people would recognize Logan without his hat, and so gave him his hat. Hey, pyromancy's better than sorcery. Get good, old man. All right, now back to our regularly scheduled program.
Well, look at this one. From what faraway age hast thou come? Thy scent is very human indeed, but not intolerable. Ah, Princess Dusk's savior. Thine aura is precisely as she described. I thank
Aura, you say?
thee for rescuing Her Highness. But Princess Dusk is here no longer, snatched away by that horrifying primeval human. And so I must ask, couldst thou once more play the savior?
I guess.
Thank you. I am Elizabeth, guardian of this sanctuary. Something of a godmother to Princess Dusk. I shall assist thee to my utmost, for I am one with the sorceries of Ursil.
Oh, yes, right. You can buy sorceries from her. I mean, I guess. Thing I can't buy is repair. I guess I'll take the ivory catalyst as well while I'm here. Why not?
Thou shalt see further on. An abyss was begat of the ancient beast, and threatens to swallow the whole of Ursil. Knight Artorius came to stop this, but such a hero has nary a murmur of dark. Without doubt he will be swallowed by the abyss, overcome by its utter blackness. Indeed, the abyss may be unstoppable. Still, I have faith that Princess Dusk may be rescued yet.
I mean, I could try to stop it.
Thou shalt see further on. An abyss with...
Didn't mean to be rude to Elizabeth there, but I also didn't want to sit through that dialogue again. Okay. Let's see. There's an item, yeah, up here. Humanity. Love a good humanity. All right. I might use that to just kind of come back to life, so I can. I don't know if there are any invasions in here. I mean, we can. I'm just gonna use that one humanity to so I can kindle this bonfire once at least. I don't think I'll need it, but at the same time, you never know. Well, actually, I guess to come back to life and then kindle it, I'll need another humanity, won't I? It's just A.W.R. being himself. Can't do basic math. It's really concerning as an accountant, but you know. There we go. 10 Estus flasks. So let's get started. Royal Wood, here we go. 12 minutes in. We're just now getting to what should have only taken us like 5 minutes to get to. Ooh, nice. Yeah, since we're in a new area, we'll be getting all sorts of new items now. That's nice. Alright, so this area is pretty large. Easy to get lost in, I would say. Well, easy to get lost in to a certain extent. I mean, I personally don't think you'll have that much trouble navigating. At least I would hope you wouldn't, but... So when my friends and I play these games, the one thing that does, I won't lie, you know, like, I'm going to use this platform to vent a little bit. One thing that does bother me about gaming with them sometimes, especially in, you know, Souls games, is that they have a really bad sense of navigational memory. And so can get very frustrating, let's say, to try navigating anywhere with them, because I'm like the only one who can seemingly remember where we have and haven't been. Anyway, let's continue. Enough venting. Ow. That hit the heck out of me. That's precisely why we have extra flasks. I love this like hybrid style of play between magic and not magic. I don't know why I can't think of the word right now, but I love it. It just so many, just I won't say so many, but it gives me a lot more versatility and options in terms of how I'm going to engage with a conflict. And that makes me really happy. Just as a gamer. Alright. I hope by this point you guys kind of recognize where we are and what has happened to us. We are in Darkroot Garden again, / Darkroot Sanctuary. If you recall, this is where those cats that I don't like would have spawned in. You can see the little tree line we used to hide from them. You tried to ambush me, but it is you who has ended up the victims of defeat. Ow. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't do the secondary part of that. You should have done that before. Anyway, it's not me giving the enemy tactical advice. All right. Anyway, maybe it is a good thing we kindled, because I'm already 3 flasks down, and we're only just now at like the quote-unquote halfway point. Hello there. Right? Casual dragon spotting. You survived. Let's fix that. Oh no. Why are you here? You want to be careful in this general area. Lots of holes that can lead to your downfall. Literally. I'm just gonna assume that that Sanctuary Guardian was stupid and walked off the edge. Which I'm okay with. I don't know why I whiffed that attack twice. Okay, that's just the dead enemy. Still standing on his feet, even in the... Gotta admire it. Alright, yeah, there's an item up there. Man, I'm so glad that we started this. This is... I just, like, I cannot overstate, I don't think, just how much Dark Souls changed me as a gamer. But we're gonna talk about that when I finally do my, like, final thoughts episode, I guess, which I would like to do at the conclusion of every game, and just kind of give my, you know, kind of like an epilogue to the game, how it made me feel, what I gained from it, either during this playthrough or, you know, the very first time I ever played it. So a lot of the games I've streamed, whether you guys know it or not, have I streamed because they have some pretty sentimental value to me for the most part, not all of them. But the vast majority of the games that I originally streamed were important to me for one reason or another. Streamed a lot of like the Assassin's Creeds, Dark Souls. I want to say I did the Borderlands, Portal. So yeah, stuff like that. This next area is going to be a bit tricky just because there are a lot of Sanctuary Guardians kind of lurking around. They are a bit tough, you know, as you've noticed. My sword does not a lot of damage to them. I mean, these guys are pushovers. I don't really care about them, but it's the Guardians that are the issue. Pretty sure there was a crystal lizard around here, but I don't really care about crystal lizards anymore. Beyond just the sport of killing them, I don't care about the rewards they drop. I didn't expect him to actually hit me, believe it or not. Not gonna lie, the second one hitting me kind of saved my life there. Ref, do something. They're bullying me. Right. Which one of you is the injured one? I think it's that one. I wonder. I'm a god, that's all. Alright, anyway, let's keep moving. That felt so anime. I love it. I love being me sometimes. It's great. Alright, I'm pretty sure it's just these gardener dudes left at this point, so let's clean up and get the rest of the items around here and get ready for the boss. Which will hopefully not be in it won't take too long. Now, part of my hubris would like to say, let's just do the entire DLC in one run, but I already know that's not gonna happen, so I'm not gonna even set myself up for that kind of expectational failure. Alright, yes, this way. We've got so many items to read. Ah, gosh, items, lore, it makes me so happy. Wait, hold on. Is this the right way to go? Well, it was the right way to go, but I mean, more in the sense, like, was there anything else up there? One sec. I haven't been alive in a while. It's been a number of episodes, I think, since I've felt the need to yeah, okay, that was just a cliff. Since I felt the need to reverse my hollowing. Quite the number of episodes. So here's an NPC over here, which I just recently learned in a previous playthrough can just die from standing here for some reason. Anyway, he's not dead now, which is good for the the recording, so let's speak to him.
Let me guess. Snatched by a shadowy limb and dragged off to the past.
How did you know? Yes.
Yes, of course. Exactly what happened to me. We are both strangers in this strange land. But at least now there are two of us.
That's one way to think about it, yeah. You got any exciting items? No, not really. Yeah, that's fair. Alright.
Did you happen across Knight Artorias?
Nope.
The legendary abyss walker from the old tales? Well, if you haven't, it's just as well. He's a colorless sort, if you ask me. So, what did that giant mushroom make you do? Not that I care. It's none of my business. I've little to talk about, really. Oh, you know me. What do I know? Oh.
Alright.
So long.
You guys like super Bloodborne coded, by the way. Just everything about him. It's kind of, I mean, this game came out way before Bloodborne, but the general consensus is that he's definitely like from Bloodborne or a Bloodborne-esque world. But anyway, let's get our shortcut, rest up, and then actually I could probably beat the boss with what I have currently, but why test my luck with probablys when I can have the guarantee of going to rest at a bonfire? I'm gonna heal even though I'm not really all that injured. Ugh. 9, yes, this will be more than enough, I think. So, here we go. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the boss that this entire DLC is named after is only the second boss of the DLC. Anyway. So there used to be, or there's like cut dialogue that would have gone there in that cutscene. And it's very, now that I know, now that you know, like when you know it's there and when you know roughly what it says and what it is, it's very easy to see that dialogue was meant to be there. And I kind of hate that I can like it's so obvious that there was supposed to be dialogue there. Anyway, or at least that cutscene was designed with dialogue in mind, because the silence is very uncomfortable. At least to me it is. Nope, you don't let me breathe, I don't let you breathe either, Artorias. To double it, like a interesting. I kind of like that. I've never known that. Anyway. You know, it's a very sloppy fight, especially like towards the middle and end there, but whatever. Sorry, you had to witness that. It made for a pretty decent photo finish, but it was fairly bad for a majority of the fight. That was not my best work. All right, and I'm gonna turn back really quick. We might need to, one moment. Let's make this a bit quicker. And we're back. Okay.
You, is that not the soul of the man who fell on this spot? He was a dear friend. I wish to pay proper respect with that soul. Would you be willing to part with it? Yes, of course. I must not. Artorius would not have approved.
So, if you like Chiron, I'm going to ask you to avert your eyes now.
You humans, always taking what you please. Then I shall do the same.
How? You humans, my dear Arthur.
All right, we're 3 for 4 on the Knights of Artorias, or the Knights of Gwen. If you're wondering what she was attempting to do there, instead of just murdering us, she was throwing Lloyd's talismans at us to stop us from healing. But wasn't really my goal to try to heal, so a bit of a wasted effort on her part. Right, item reap. Good one today. Let's see. Purple Coward's Crystal. Victory in this battle once led to Ancient and Orlando, but even in the absence of its overseer, capitulation is a disgrace. In the name of a warrior's honor, do not quickly resort to use of this crystal. Basically, there's a fighting arena through that fog wall we walked through to get this item. And you can just quit out if you want to by using that item there. Yeah, we got the Guardian Soul. Soul of the White-Winged Lion Sanctuary Watchkeeper who dreaded the spread of the abyss. The Guardian exhibited traits of several animals other than lions, suggesting that it was no ordinary beast, but rather closer to the beings known as demons. Soul of Artorias. Soul of Lord Gwyn's Knight Artorias, who was consumed by the abyss. The legend that Artorias repelled the abyss only told half of the story. It seems that he was defeated and his honor preserved by some unsung hero who is the true victor over the abyss. Wonder who that could be. Alright, let's see. Not really all that exciting here. We did get the large magic ember. Ember required for weapon ascension, large magic ember, a form of sorcery. Handled only by the Venheim magic blacksmiths. Ascends +5 magic weapon, allows reinforcement of +10, the most powerful level for magic weapons. Let's see. Got anything else? Yeah, okay. We got a couple of sorcery. We got a couple of magic. I don't remember if it was. Yeah, we got Crystal Soul Spear. Sorcery boosted by the knowledge of Logan, acquired at the Regal Archives. Fire-piercing Crystal Soul Spear. These pale magic spears, sharpened through crystallization, are on par with the armaments of the ancient lords. We also got White Dragon Breath. Sorcery developed by Logan during his infatuation with Seath the Scaleless. Emit crystal breath of Seath the Scaleless. Although it no longer causes curses, what madness caused old Big Cat to appropriate this frightful power of the ancient dragons. And then we got some of the Ulasil spells, which I'm already read because I know Dusk also sells this, but just in case. Ancient Sorcery of the Lost Land of Ulasil turns right weapon invisible. Not a simple augmentation, making it dependent on the skill of its caster, an example of the capacity of Ulasil sorceries to control light. Ancient sorcery of the Lost Land of Ulusil turns body nearly invisible, although perfect invisibility is unachievable due to the risk of dissipation. The caster need only stand still for a moment to blend into environs with astounding camouflage. Repair. Ancient sorcery of the Lost Land of Ulusil. Repair equipped weapons and armor. This sorcery was a part of everyday life in Ulusil. Its effects resemble repair powder, which must have found its way into the culture of this lost land. Cast light, I think, as well. Let's see. Ancient sorcery of the Lost Land of Ulusil. Cast a bright light upon surroundings. This light-producing sorcery is elementary, but nonetheless demonstrates the achievements in mysticism of Ulusil. Such magic has not been developed even in Vinheim. I already had a chameleon, I want to say. Or maybe I didn't. Let's see. Ancient sorcery of the Lost Land of Ulusil. Transform into something inconspicuous. A separate stealth spell from Hidden Body. A skilled stealth sorcerer must be aware of his or her surroundings, and of which objects are prime candidates for imitation. Alright. Did I get any other spells today? I don't think I did. Which is fine. Alright. We got the Dark Silver Tracer. A dark silver dagger used by the Lord's Blade Kiran of Gwyn's Four Knights. The victim is first distracted by dazzling streaks of the golden tracer, then stung by the vicious poison of this dagger. We got gold tracer as well, which will be here. Curved sword used by the Lord's Blade Kiran, one of Lord Gwyn's Four Knights. Kiran brandishes her sword in a mesmerizing dance, etching the darkness with dire streaks of gold. Let's see, we got the Stone Great Axe. Great Axe borne by the Stone Knights who guard the Forest Sanctuary. This great axe requiring inhuman strength to wield and more fitted to manual labor than battle, is nevertheless completely lethal. Yeah, I got first-hand experience with that, unfortunately. We got the four-pronged plow, which we got several of. Four-pronged plow wielded by the wooden scarecrow, serfs of the Forest Sanctuary. The scarecrow serfs would not normally use these four-pronged plows as weapons, but their sharpness makes them very deadly. Guardian Tail. A sliced tail of the Sanctuary Guardian. This flexible, spiked, and highly poisonous tail would make a rather obnoxious weapon. Let's see. We got the 10 Crystallization Catalyst. Catalyst imbued in terrifying crystal magic, used by Logan after his fixation on Seath. Makes all sorceries incredibly powerful, but demands extremely high intelligence from its wielder and half sorcery usages. Okay. Let's see. We get any armor today? We did. No, not the crystalline, not the brass. Where is it? No. No, it's in here somewhere. Silver Knight, no. Painting Guardian, no. Oh, there it is. Let's see. Porcelain Mask. A mask of the Lord's Blade Kiran, one of Gwyn's Four Knights. The Cyclops headpiece is common to all of the Lord's Blades, but Kiran was determined to earn this soft porcelain mask as a unique decoration of honor. The mask is lined with ivory locks of hair. A robe common to all of the Lord's Blades. These deadly women shift nimbly between layers of darkness, etching streaks of gold into the night air and planting visions of terror into the minds of their targets. Um, let's see, what else? Yeah, nothing else unique about that. Yes, we also got the Guardian armor, Helm of the Stone Knights, Guardians of the Forest Sanctuary. The Stone Knights are golems animated by magic, and their enchanted helms are oppressively heavy. Alright, pretty much all of their gear says the exact same thing, so I'm not gonna continue to read all of them. And I think that is everything. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much all that we have. So hope everyone enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time. Peace.